Cool temperatures and a new look greeted spectators and participants for the 14th running of the Daytona 500. Factory backing was now officially a thing of the past, and the STP red that now joined petty blue on the number 43 Plymouth was the most vivid sign of the new way NASCAR teams did business. Once things got started, though, it was all racing as usual. Bobby Isaac was on the pole with A.J. Foyt alongside.
A.J. Foyt in car number 21, moving at the top, comes down. He's got the lead off turn 1. Isaac is second. Allison grabs third. Now they stretch it out on the back straight, and they have really reached racing speed now as Isaac in the red 71 Dodge comes up alongside of A.J. Foyt. And the charge has started by Richard Petty and Buddy Baker.
Defending champion Richard Petty started in the 32nd spot after his fuel pump failed in the first qualifier. But the King didn't stay there for long.
There he goes high on the track, up in the loose stuff. See the dust the car's churning up, the marbles, and he's pulling away now from Baker as he passes cars on the high side. You have to have a car that really handles to use that top groove, and you also have to have something in your heart to want to go up there too. Now down the backstretch, he's really threading his way through. He's being squeezed against the wall here by this fellow. See him grazing it just ever so slightly.
Buddy Baker was in the same boat and the same row as Petty. The Petty Enterprises teammates took off together, but Buddy Baker's day would end early.
And we've got trouble on turn number 4. Car number 30 is upside down. That's Walter Ballard's car. Buddy Baker also involved.
Ballard's car coming to rest right side up. We hope he's okay. Walter Ballard from Texas, the rookie last year, and he looks as though he's climbing out. Buddy Baker was involved in that one too, Pete.
Only 2 cars, everybody else still going. 2 cars involved. Ballard running there, going across pit road. There is no fire, but Walter wanted to get away from it in case there was. Buddy Baker is also out of his car and apparently all right, but both machines obviously are out of the race. There's Buddy's number 11, and he's got to be angry because he felt he had a car that could run with anybody.
The pole sitter was gone, too.
Now, when the hood is up, Keith, that means trouble. It's a tough break, as we said, for Isaac.
And just that quickly, this Daytona 500 turned into a match race between 2 drivers. A.J. Foyt or Richard Petty led every remaining lap. Bobby Allison had led 2 early laps, but the rest of the field was shut out. 80 laps in, Petty had the lead when trouble struck.
There is the pursuer, A.J. Foyt. There is the leader, Richard Petty. And Petty is slowing down. Richard Petty is slowing down. He is not due for a pit stop. So let's watch as he comes around the corner and see what's happened to Richard Petty, the leader. There's smoke under the car. He's in trouble. A.J. Foyt's going to come around and take the lead, and Petty may be through. He may be through. Smoke boiling up in the car and coming out the back, and that color smoke, Chris, usually means engine trouble.
But here's the tip. He's turning into the garage area. He's not going to his pit. He is out of it.
Well, I think it dropped the valve about halfway down the backstretch. It started skipping, and I just brought it in.
You haven't had a whole lot of luck the last week, have you?
No, it just looked like this whole month really has been sort of a bad omen on us. Coming down here, we lost a trailer wheel off a trailer and had a hard time getting through inspection, and then we had trouble in the 125-mile races, so really wasn't a whole lot we didn't expect.
You're going to get Andy looking over his shoulder, you know that.
Might have to paint that thing blue all over to get it to go again.
With Petty done for the day, Foyt had no real challengers left, but that didn't mean he had it won. Things have a way of happening at Daytona.
A.J. Foyt leads it. Jim Hurtubise is still running with that sheet of metal flapping on the left side of the car. The left front fender is loose.
Foyt is running these drivers into the ground. There goes another engine. Hurtubise has just lost an engine, and Foyt is right behind him. There's all sorts of stuff and goo coming out, and there he's spinning in his own oil on the track, and there goes Foyt by.
But nobody else spins behind him. Oftentimes, when you drop an engine, you drop oil on the track, and everybody makes it through there, but it does bring out the yellow flag.
The spinning number 56 of Jim Hurtubise was the last obstacle for A.J. Foyt. After his crew cleaned the oil from his windshield, Foyt had a clear view the rest of the way. He led from lap 81 to the finish to win the 1972 Daytona 500.
And the white flag is up for A.J. Foyt, and he has been out in front, running easy by himself for 119 consecutive laps. So he has really dominated this race since Richard Petty blew his engine and went to the garage.
The clocks say that he's going to win at better than 160 miles an hour, Keith. He'll be the first over 160 mile an hour winner at 161.5 miles an hour going in. The old record set by Leroy Yarborough, 157.95 in 1969.
So this massive crowd, and they've estimated it at 98,000 plus, coming up with the cheers for that tough Texan from Houston, A.J. Foyt. He told us before the race he wanted to run it hard, lead all the way if he could, and he hasn't led all the way, but most of the way, and he wins the Daytona 500, and that's an appropriate sign, isn't it?
A.J. Foyt is the only driver to win the Daytona 500, Indianapolis 500, 24 Hours of Daytona, and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. He won at Indy 4 times, but in 28 tries, 1972 was his only trip to victory lane in the Daytona 500.